Gentlemen, Glenn Diesel.
All right, I'm really excited to be here. I do not have a mic, so if you want to come in, I'd really recommend that you please come in. If everybody could move in closer, please, into the circle here. I am a former vice principal, and if I have to move around my classroom today, I will to get people to obey me. Please move in so you can hear me. I do have a loud voice, and because of a technical issue up here, I will be stationary up here today, and also because we are videotaping this, and I will be selling this product online. And why people come to us today is really because they want to know how to sell their information online, and they want to be able to do it at speed to market. So I'm really excited today to share with you a system that our company has created, and most importantly, I want to take away the intimidation factor. I am a former educator. I grew up in Harrow, moved to, my dad was a CPA at Wyeth Pharmaceutical Company, which is now a product, vegetable, I'm drawing a blank, it's a marketplace, yes. Food market, vegetable market, garden market on Ottawa Street and on the corner of Ottawa and Walker Road. I went to Walkerville High School, moved away after 8 years of education, got into education formally, and 8 years as a classroom teacher, 6 years as a vice principal. My company took off 5.5 years ago. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to create and sell the highest priced programs in your niche market, command top dollar for them, crush your competition, and absolutely dominate your niche online. What I can guarantee you this is that everything that I'm going to share with you is 100% proprietary. I challenge you to Google every concept that I cover today. And most importantly, if you're really serious about playing big, because you know that it's either play big or go home, you definitely want to pay very close attention to what I'm talking about today. Clients come to us in over 120 industries. We work with stay-at-home moms, husbands that need to reinvent themselves quickly, to 2 clients right now that have built billion-dollar companies. And so everything I share with you today, I would share with you as if I were starting out from scratch and knowing how to dominate, decimate a competition, pulverize them, crush them, and at the same time, strategically position yourself to create and sell the highest end programs and services in your niche market. What I'm covering today is really what I would call an NDA, or a non-disclosure agreement, speed to market business consult. Clients invest $15,000 for a half-day consult with my company, $25,000 for a full day. I will be cramming in as much as I possibly can in the next 50 minutes to change your life and to totally change how you view yourself in a marketplace. So get ready with Speed to Market Consult. What does it look like? Well, literally what it's done for one of my clients, Joel Com, who today is a multi-millionaire online, has become a rock star online. And part of what our company does is we guarantee clients instant access to a New York publisher. So we teach them how to sell information, high-end programs and services online, repurpose that content very quickly into a physical book. We have some of our client books up here, some of the thousands of clients that we've helped to gain the kind of credibility that they need both in the offline world and in the online world. This is Joel's testimonial here. Become, as he says here, his business, his earning has increased exponentially. Why? Because of the system and some of the stealth methods that I'm going to be sharing with you today on how to execute, and execute literally in real time. I want you to pay very close attention to this. You see, in today's attention-depraved society, so many people today want to be at a conference like this, want to be able to attend, but they're so busy trying to earn money or so busy in a panic mode that they fail to see an opportunity. So I want to commend all of you today for seeing an opportunity, for seizing it, and most importantly, I want to engage your mind in what is not only possible but probable for you. But I want to start off on a pessimistic note. Why? Because I want to start off with something that is absolutely critical to your success. 3 problems that entrepreneurs face today. And it's really a 3-fold bold prediction that I have for any of you who are entrepreneurs or want to be an entrepreneur and understand it's either number 1 or go home. In today's overcrowded marketplace, I'm going to prove to you today it's either number 1 or go home. And here's the biggest problem that you face. Number 1, I guarantee you there's not one person here, and I wish I could get out in the audience. Many times when I'm speaking, I move into the audience, but because I am taping this, I am stuck here, stationary, but I might come in and literally butt your head and reprogram your mind. But because I'm selling this online as a product, and that's what clients come to us, speed to market. Everything today is about building cash flow. As my dad used to say as a former CPA for Wyeth Pharmaceutical Company, as I said, he used to say companies are asset rich, cash flow poor. You can't afford to be that way in today's marketplace. And all of us are from an area here, as I am, and you understand what we're talking about with the businesses that are aligned in this area. You must be cash flow rich. So what I'm doing with this is I'm building cash flow. I will make at least $20,000 to $30,000 from this presentation online. And so for clients that come to us, this is what they want: how to generate money online in speed to market fashion. Now I guarantee you there's not one person in here that knows how to build the kind of credibility that is absolutely critical for your success today, and how to build it at an unconscious level. I'm going to share with you how to do that. Problem number 2, all of you are simply not using a speed to market system. Our company is a business acceleration system on how to help clients execute literally in real time. We're in over 120 industries today, from Sun Life Financial to you think of brokerage firms, lawyers, chiropractors, doctors, people that are staying at home that want to take their plumbing experience or their electronics experience and know how to be able to solve a very specific problem online, drive traffic to that, and sell high-end information products and services. Here's the reality in today's marketplace. Because it is so highly competitive, if you are lucky to generate a proper idea online that's worthy of cash flow, one of two things will happen to you. An unethical marketer will steal your ideas, I guarantee you. They're watching you. Everybody that's online, or more importantly, an ethical business person, will take your idea, transform it, buy out an existing company, and literally beat you into the marketplace. So everything today is about speed to market, speed to market. And thirdly, how to translate your value into high-end programs and services of $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 and higher. And I'm going to share with you today a simple process that's profound, and as I said, has worked in over 120 industries. So I'm excited for all of you. What does Alex Mendosian say? Consult to some of the biggest corporations in the world today, that no one has more testimonials than what our program has been able to accumulate in the last 5.5 years. I don't have an MBA. I don't have a professional sales background. I don't have a professional speaking background. I speak all over the world. My friend Dave O'Neill back there, who I grew up with, we were rivals when I went to Hugh Beaton Public School, Walkerville, last years that we were competitive in basketball. Dave is in All City and at Kennedy. But Dave will testify that I travel all over the world. I am in huge demand. Why? Because people come to us for results, and that's what I'm going to give you today. I want you to write this down right now. What is the highest priced program or service that you have ever sold? I would like you to write that number down. If you don't know that, you need to give your head a shake, and that's part of your homework. You should know it at a gut visceral level. What is the highest priced program or service that you've ever sold? Now, what I'd like you to do is this. Listen very carefully. I'd like you to add a 0 to that number or move the decimal place one place to the right. Secondly, what I'd like you to do is move the decimal place one more place to the right and add another 0. And for many of you, what I'd like you to do is move the decimal place one more place to the right and add another 0. And what I'm going to share with you today is how to turn a $27 product or service into a $27,000 program or service where you have no competition. Does that sound exciting? I can't hear you, class.
Yes, sir.
All right, excellent. Okay, here's Stephanie Diamond, former marketing director of AOL. She's responsible for over $40 million of increased profits year over year for AOL. Came to our company to help her generate her value as an entrepreneur online. I'm going to be sharing with you different case studies, not a pile. We've got thousands of them. I could literally run 24 hours of video case studies of our clients. I'm selecting a few here to give you an idea of different clients that we've worked with. Here's Stephanie Diamond.
This is Stephanie Diamond. I've worked online since 1994 and brought in over $40 million in annual incremental sales for just one of the Fortune 500 companies I've worked with. I chose to hire Glenn as my coach for 2 reasons. The first is that every online business owner should invest in business coaching to grow their products, and Glenn is the best. Secondly, I wanted to reposition some of the things I was doing, and Glenn has the ability to quickly focus in on what counts. Within 5 days of hiring Glenn, I created and installed a new very high-level coaching program at 10 times more than I previously had.
That's Stephanie Diamond. Stephanie's come back into our company. We offer clients multiple calls every day of the week with the most labor-intensive coaching program today. She's one of my coaches, and she works with our clients in terms of building their social media, how to interconnect Twitter, Facebook, how to build a following online to generate the kind of traffic that we do to literally sell programs and services, high-end programs and services, 24/7. So everything, as I said, is going to be, today that I'm going to be sharing with you is 100% proprietary. It's what I would call a strategic speed-to-market consultation. As I said, it's what clients have hired, literally our company, at $50,000, $100,000. Within 6 months of leaving my job, I was selling coaching programs valued at $99,997. How did I do it? No one was teaching us. No one was teaching this. Yes, there were people teaching people how to sell. But this is more than selling. This is knowing how to create value that literally bypasses your target market's negative resistance to you, and they're drawn in to what it is that you can do for them. And I'm going to share that with you. Our company is invited to Google every year, not because we know how to drive traffic, and we teach our clients how to, but most importantly because we know how to drive traffic that demands your highest end programs and services. So this is one of our speed to market principles. Inside of your booklet, which all of you should have here, your speed to market business consultation booklet, on page 7 and 8 is an area for you to take notes today. Business transforming notes. We will be referring to this at the end, and I'll be summarizing on page 6 what I've covered in our presentation. In the coming 45 minutes that we have together, I'm going to be going through 3 Top Gun strategies that if you are a new client of my company, here's what I would be recommending. Everything I share with you today, I have never shared before on a Keynote platform. That's speaking at universities, University of Toronto, University of Strathclyde and Glasgow, business Chamber of Commerce events all over the world, some of the leading business conferences that I just got back from in Australia just before Christmas time. So what I'm going to be sharing with you, you have first dibs on this in a public event. And it's a way for me, by the way, of giving back to my home community. Because every time I come back to Windsor, there's fondness here that only, for those of you that have grown up in Windsor, maybe you've moved away or come back, you know what I'm talking about here. The people are incredibly friendly, they're hardworking, and there's just a friendly atmosphere that I get every time that I come back, unlike some snooty environments that I work in cities today. So anyways, if you've grown up in Windsor, I commend you, and you have a dogged determinism and determination that is second to none. This is an example of one of our NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, where we're selling a high-end coaching programs. One of my biggest mistakes was to have clients sign in it, or me sign an NDA as I'm working with those clients. Why? Because it did not afford me the leverage of being able to build social proof. And I'm going to show you today how to build massive social proof, integrate your value into sales and marketing, and I guarantee you have never, ever, ever seen this before. Again, I challenge you to Google every concept that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'd like you to write this down right now. Why? Because it says writing is the doing part of thinking. If you want to make the quickest changes in your life, you need to write things down. Now, I'm going to share with you a system today, in part, on how to start structuring your thinking to outthink your competitors. As I said, literally squash them, crush your competition, and have your ideal clients choosing you and choosing you for a lifetime. This is a little bit of a different speed to market consultation. This is what I call a very strategic consultation. This is my wife, Fiona, my son Callum to Fiona's right, and my youngest son Cameron. We're in Niagara Falls this weekend for Cameron's basketball tournament. Every weekend we're somewhere. This past weekend we were at Brennan, back in Windsor here for my oldest son's basketball tournament. And what I'd like to share with you is this. It's probably the most powerful question that anybody could ever ask you. And I want you to write this question down word for word. The reason why I share this question in the context of this picture is because some of my inner circle clients that invest $29,997 to $49,997 to work with our company literally brought them to tears. We're talking about women and men. And I want you to answer this question. I don't want you to answer it right now, but I want you to promise me that you will answer this question before you go to bed at night. Does everybody promise? I should hear, yes, Glenn, I promise.
Yes, Glenn, I promise.
Remember, I used to be a vice principal. Right. I will take that imagery away, as I said, we won't go there. But here's the question. You see, 5.5 years ago, my family was so backwards financially. I was starting a PhD program, 9 years of post-secondary education. My wife wasn't working, Fiona, and she literally, when we had no money, she sent me to California armed with some Robert Kiyosaki books. How many people are familiar with Robert Kiyosaki? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And I finally understood a paradigm that adding another degree wasn't going to add another zero to my net income. And what I found out from Robert Kiyosaki, his New York Times best-selling books, is that I was really his poor dad. University educated, everybody had Glenn slated as the youngest director of education with the Lambton-Kent District School Board, which is where I was a vice principal at that time, fast-tracking it into senior administration. And I realized 7 Christmases ago when my wife literally kicked me out of home that I was literally following the dreams of other people. So I came back, we launched a company that was really helping clients fast-track their expertise. I always wanted to author a book, and most importantly, I wanted to teach others how to make a difference outside of their classroom, blah, blah, blah. So we started in the field of education. And from that, it's grown into a company today that's teaching anybody, entrepreneurs worldwide. And we're in every single country. We have a little over 5,000 testimonials in the last 5 years of clients, and this is increasing exponentially today. And the reason why I share this question, and the question I'm going to share with you right now in the context of this diagram, is I'd like you to write this question down right now. When was the last time someone gave you permission to play big? When was the last time someone gave you permission to play big? I want you to write that question down, and I'd like you to come up with an honest answer before you go home or before you go to bed tonight. You see, there's only 2 people that have ever given me permission to play big. Number 1 is my wife, Fiona. And secondly are the mentors that I've had in my life that I've invested huge sums of money. When people say that, Glenn, you got it lucky, they don't understand that I've invested a little over $350,000 in coaching in the last 5 years. They don't understand that in the last year and a half, I've invested a little over $1.2 million in my company. So Glenn didn't get it lucky. What Glenn did is he understood a system that I'm going to share with you today on how to build and build quickly. Our company got picked up by Adobe within 5.5 weeks. As I said, coming back home, we launched a site helping educators author, publish, market their expertise, which turned into how to really build out their business back end. Because the money is always made, as all of you know that are in business, the money is made not on your front end products and services, but on your business back end. And I'm going to show you how to put this together today. We set 2 internet records 5.5 years ago, allowing me to get out of my job. And today, most importantly, I take the skill sets of making it in business and the skill sets of teaching it, which are mutually exclusive skill sets. They're completely separate. And I'd like you to analyze this diagram right here. This comes out of the research at Dale. And the research shows where most coaching companies literally are missing it in the marketplace today, and why companies come to us, not only to help them, but also to teach them how to educate their target market in a way that eliminates any competitors. You see, most coaching companies are up there hearing words. So many people today have come up to me, Glenn, you know, we've Googled you. Where's your book? You're not selling your book here. It's a best-selling book, Author and Get Rich, yet I don't have it here. Why? Because people think that success comes from books, from CDs, DVDs, and it doesn't. It comes from being close to the source of momentum. So I outlined here at the very bottom, what makes our coaching company different is we work with clients literally on a daily basis to help them build rapid momentum into the marketplace. Here's 3 critical takeaways then for you today. The confidence to play big using the new rules of sales and marketing. And I share.
Gentlemen, Glenn D.